Hey guys, Brain here and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video, I have a lot of things to cover in terms of tech news, so let's get right into it. So first off, we have some new info about the Samsung Galaxy S8. If you haven't yet seen my recent video on the S8, check it out using the link below. But this bit of info is more about something that works directly with the S8, Samsung's DEX dock for the Galaxy S8. So the DEX dock will cost $150 and will ship in April. The dock that unlocks the Galaxy S8's desktop PC-like experience will retail for $149.99. According to Samsung's website, it's scheduled to ship in late April, likely coinciding with the widespread launch of the S8. The DEX station, as Samsung calls it, attaches directly to your Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus via USB-C and lets you plug in an external monitor, keyboard and mouse. It is designed to heighten productivity, giving users the tools and experience that they are accustomed to getting from a full-fledged laptop. You also have full access to your regular phone notifications and incoming calls or texts. The DEX station features two USB 2.0 ports, an Ethernet jack, HDMI and a USB-C port for charging everything. There's a fan built in to keep our Galaxy running cool while in desktop mode. Onto other news, Twitter has redesigned replies so usernames don't count against the 140 character limit, something that Twitter has been missing for a while actually. Twitter usernames will no longer count against the 140 character limit in replies, the company said following months of testing in which users complained that the redesign was confusing. Twitter has a name unless you mouse over a link, making replies harder to browse. The goal of the redesign is to express more with 140 characters, Twitter said in a blog post. The move follows a change last year that excluded media attachments, including photos, GIFs, and polls from being included in your character count. I personally think that this is a very useful improvement, as it will obviously give you more space when typing out a tweet. Therefore, more can be said in reply to one person. Moving on to our next tech bit, it looks like Microsoft is selling its own Samsung Galaxy S8 Microsoft Edition. Pretty interesting bit of news here. Samsung originally bundled Microsoft Skype, OneDrive and OneNote apps on the Galaxy S6 and S7, but it appears things are a little different this year. Samsung unveiled its latest Galaxy S8 handset this week, and now Microsoft is planning to offer its own customized version. The Samsung Galaxy S8 Microsoft Edition is available for pre-orders right now at Microsoft's US retail stores and will include Microsoft's range of apps and services. A Microsoft customization is applied to the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus Microsoft Edition when the devices are unboxed and connected to Wi-Fi, says a Microsoft spokesperson. This customization ensures customers a best-in-class productivity experience with Microsoft applications such as Office, OneDrive, Cortana, Outlook, and more. That's truly something I never expected amidst the news surrounding Samsung's newest flagship. Onto other news, Samsung confirms the Note 7 is coming back as a refurbished device. There's going to be a good bit of Samsung news in this video, by the way, and the company has released a statement regarding its plans to recycle the Note 7 devices. The process comes in three parts: save salvageable components such as the camera modules and semiconductors, extract metal parts with the help of eco-friendly third-party companies, and sell refurbished devices where applicable. The announcement appears to walk back on what Samsung initially pledged last fall, when it said it would dispose of the Note 7 and had no plans to repair or refurbish them. Instead, Samsung has confirmed it will work with local authorities and carriers to sell it as a refurbished device, rumored to come with a smaller battery to prevent it from overheating and catching fire. The company said available markets are to be determined as they work with local regulators to approve of the sale. The objective of introducing refurbished devices is solely to reduce and minimize any environmental impact. Samsung told The Verge in a statement. It also hinted that the phone may be renamed entirely when even more details are unveiled. The product details, including the name, technical specification, and price range, will be announced when the device is available. Samsung will not be offering refurbished Galaxy Note 7 devices for rent or sale in the US though. My question here is, will people actually buy? And yes, I know people will, but how will the numbers look compared to what we've seen from previous editions of Samsung phones? It's a refurbished device and I don't really expect the numbers to be extremely high, but it will indeed be interesting to see how things turn out. On to more tech news, Intel launches Optane M.2 cache SSDs for consumer market. Last week, Intel officially launched their first Optane product, the SSD DC-P4800X Enterprise Drive. This week, 3D cross-point memory comes to the client and consumer market in the form of the Intel Optane memory product, a low-capacity M.2 NVMe SSD intended for use as the cache drive for systems using a mechanical hard drive for primary storage. The entire Optane memory SSD uses 1 or 2 single die packages of 3 cross-point non-volatile memory to provide capacities of 16 to 32 gigabytes. Because only 2 PCIe lanes are used by the drive, it is keyed to support M.2 Type B and M slots. This keying is usually used for M.2 SATA SSDs, while M.2 PCIe SSDs typically use only the N key position to support 4 PCIe lanes. The Optane memory SSD will not function in an M.2 slot that provides only SATA connectivity. Contrary to some earlier leaks, the Optane memory SSD uses the M.2 2880 card size instead of one of the shorter lengths. This makes for one of the least crowded M.2 PCBs on the market, even with all the components on the top side. And okay, I won't be going through all the specifics when it comes to Intel's new release, but you can go through all the needed info using the links provided below as usual. In other news, Google Home is getting a bunch of new smart integrations. Google Home is becoming a much more capable control center for smart home devices today, with the addition of support from several more products and systems. August, Wink, LIFX, TP-Link, Ratio, Vivint, and Best Buy's Insignia are all announcing integrations with Google Home, allowing owners of their products to issue voice controls through the Google speaker. TechCrunch reports that First Alert, Frigidaire, Logitech, Genie, and Anova are also adding integrations. Here's what some of them will let you do. August will let you lock its smart lock and check whether it's locked or not, but not unlock it by voice. Wink will let you control lights and thermostats connected to the Wink hub. LIFX will let you control the color and brightness of its lights. TP-Link will let you control its smart lights, outlets, and switches. Ratio will let you control its sprinkler system by voice. Vivint will let you control products connected to its system by voice. And all this seems to increase the productivity of our lives little by little, giving us more time to do important work and focus less on the small things. Moving on with the tech news, Razer upgrades its 17-inch Blade Pro to Kaby Lake. Razer is upgrading last year's model with an overclockable quad-core Kaby Lake processor, faster memory which is 2667 MHz, and THX certification for both the screen and audio jack. Razer also upgraded the price. The laptop now has a $3,999 starting price compared to the $3,699 for the original. Razer says the laptop should have the same thermal performance as the last generation, even with overclocking and a faster RAM. For graphics, it's the same GeForce 1080 Series 1080 Ti for laptops sadly. And finally, for today's tech news, Microsoft plans to download Windows 10 Creators Update a little early. Microsoft is making the final version of its Windows 10 Creators Update available early for those who want to install the update ahead of its general availability. Microsoft is preparing for a gradual multi-stage rollout of the Windows 10 Creators Update starting on April 11th. But if you're eager to get your hands on it a bit early, you can manually download it on April 5th. The company said in a blog post that it will make the Creators Update available through its Update Assistant, so anyone who is using a licensed version of Windows 10 can still install it 1 week ahead of the official rollout. For everyone else, the Creators Update is being pushed out on April 11th, first to newer PCs and onward to other devices over the course of a few months. Windows Phone users will have to wait until April 25th for Microsoft to start rolling out the update. Microsoft is making an effort to ensure that the update process allows for more customization options on the user end. These include the ability to specify a time that is convenient for you, pause updates for a week, and expand the active hours time window during which you don't want to be disturbed by an update. And that's it for today's video actually. A fun tech news review for this entire week, since I didn't upload any actual tech news videos for the week besides the Samsung Galaxy S8. So this is a rundown of everything that happened throughout the week. If you actually pay attention, actually watch to this part of the video. If you enjoyed the video, learned anything new and want more, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and leave a comment down below. Use the links in the description to get more info about what I talked about here in this video, and also check out previous videos. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.